friends, Monica here. I'm back with another kid-friendly DIY project that you can do at home. Today we are making fairy gardens. This is one of my kids' favorite projects. I think they get super into any project that has little tiny items. This is a really fun one that I think your kids are going to love. I'm gonna show you a couple options, the indoor option, and then a really fun idea that you can try outside as well. Here's what you're gonna need to do this project. A planter, potting soil, some plants. If you already have a plant that's planted, you could use that too. Small terracotta pots, clay saucers, paint, paintbrushes, paint pens, a hot glue gun, small stones and pebbles, moss, and a variety of other crafty materials. Really use and sub in whatever you have at home. We have all of our materials gathered, and I am gonna bring in one of my favorite helpers that happens to love this project. You guys know, my daughter, Kira. And here she is. All right, Kira, so the first step in this project is decorating and creating fairy houses out of these little terracotta pots. And it can be almost like a little mushroom house. And Kira, what color do you want there?
Yellow.
Okay, so we're gonna paint the entire base of this yellow. Now, when you're painting on a terracotta pot, you may end up doing 2 coats to get really vibrant color. If your kids are younger, you may just wanna go with markers, or you could use paint pens. There's a huge variety of options with this. We just happen to wanna paint ours today. All right, while Kira works on the pot, I am gonna work on the little saucer for the top. We're gonna do that blue. And then we'll go back and add some polka dots. All right, our first coats on these are pretty done, and while those dry, we'll move on to creating something else for our garden. All right, so you really can decorate these with anything you want. I had some felt squares laying around. Actually, Kira did in her crafty stash. She's a pretty good crafty stash. And we're gonna add a door, and then let's add a little heart onto it. When you're working with felt, I actually think hot glue is the best way to attach felt onto felt. If you have younger kids, obviously this is something for the parents to do. You could also use Gorilla Glue or other types of adhesives, but hot glue is going to allow us to keep moving pretty quickly. And then we were thinking of adding a window, right? We're just getting creative with supplies that we already have. This is just a little tiny birch cutout. The next thing we're gonna do is build a fence out of these awesome little wood dowels that Kira had in her craft collection. And I had some floral wire. This is where, again, everyone's creativity is gonna come in. You may not happen to have these exact wooden dowels. You could probably make a fence out of popsicle sticks. What else could you use?
String.
Oh yeah, you could totally use string. I think our little fence is gonna work out just perfectly. I'm keeping the bottoms long because I'm gonna put this down into the dirt, and I think it'll look really cute in front of our house. All right, this is dry enough. Do you wanna do our polka dots?
Yeah.
Kind of going for like that toadstool look up there with our polka dots. While you do that, I'm gonna do another job for the grown-ups. I am going to hot glue our door and our window onto our fairy house. All right, well, everything kind of firms up and dries. We are gonna start our planting. All right, so what we have here are a couple ferns and some other plants. And the biggest thing to remember is that we're gonna plant these all towards the back side. We need to have enough room that our little house can go in the front. I feel like ferns are perfect for a fairy garden. Now what we're gonna do is actually add in some moss and different ground cover. This ground cover, it's about the coolest thing ever, isn't it? All right, we have all of our plants in here. We have our ground cover, and our pots are just about dry and ready to go. So once the house is in, then it's time to just really get creative and layer in all the other elements that you made. We're adding our fence. We're using white pebbles to create a walkway. Kira even gathered up a bunch of old toys that we had and little figurines, and they work perfectly in our fairy garden. You can also do this project in a planter that you already have at home, like this herb garden. It's a great way to add a little fun to something you've already got on hand. Another fun idea is creating an outdoor fairy garden on a tree. Start with a small, thin piece of wood. Grown-ups, cut it down into the shape and size that you want. Cut small pieces for windows and doors. Paint your wood in fun colors. Add some details. Attach it to the base of a tree using a finishing nail and hammer. Last step, decorate all around your fairy garden. It's simple and adorable. We hope you guys enjoy this project as much as we did. We think it's pretty awesome.
They're so cute.
They are adorable. I think it's just like anything mini is so much cuter. We would love to hear how your fairy gardens turn out, so leave a comment below and let us know. And if you take pictures, which we would love for you to do, tag us on Instagram at Lowe's Home Improvement and at Monica Mangin. We'll have plenty more kid-friendly DIY projects that you can try at home. And also don't forget that Lowe's has some great DIY kid kits. I'll link those below for you, but we'll be back with plenty more creativity. Thanks, guys.